My name is Katie Koenig, and I am currently the Robot American School elementary principal. And I would say my journey into leadership, without sounding cheesy, started as a 5-year-old who began competitive swimming. And I think that that's been a really important part of what makes me tick, because with swimming, it's an individual sport and it relies heavily on your relationship with your coach. And I was really lucky to have some pretty amazing coaches that really got me. And I think swimming is relevant to leadership because there's lots of technique refinement and things that you're doing. And so, it's all about progress. And it's about what you put into things. So you work hard, you're probably going to get a lot of payout. And so I swam all my life through university and ended up where I needed to do an extra semester of student teaching because I couldn't compete NCAA and then be student teaching. So that opened up the opportunity to go to Australia and do my student teaching, which is awesome. So early on in my career, I've been in international schools, and I went to a smaller school where it was me and another person teaching, and I really felt the need to move to a bigger school so that I could learn from a lot of people, because I was kind of coming in, brand new teacher, but American, the person who could teach other people. And I did have specializations in literacy, and there was a lot I could contribute, but I really had a lot more to learn. So I moved to a school much bigger and became part of a team of 8 at the time. And we grew to be 11 when I was the team leader. And when taking that role, we also had instructional assistants. So we were a team of 22, which 200 children, quite a dynamic group. And I've always been in early childhood. So I was kindergarten. It was kindergarten at the time. And we were working through the process of implementing some new curriculum. They had been doing part-day kindergarten, and so now it was full day. So there was a lot of changes for these people who were really stable in their roles. And in bounces a 26-year-old who's just, ripe for learning in life. And I was ready to take some risks. And there was a literacy coach that I was working with and really loving that relationship and that collaboration. And not everyone was changing. And it became, the process of change was over 3 years in that role. But the moment that I realized that there could be more for me, or my impact went beyond my classroom, was when changes weren't being implemented and accountability wasn't there from leadership. I got pretty passionate and went to a leader who is a huge mentor to me and someone who I love dearly. And I was just like, this isn't fair. And he said to me, why do you care? Why do you care what goes on in his classroom? And I said, I work my rear end off. My kids deserve some consistency and experiences because they're going to go to first grade with these kids. And my kids are going to sit and wait for what has been guaranteed in kindergarten. And so he kind of had a revelation, I think, and I had a revelation there, like, woo, okay, I've got some things to think about in terms of what is, who am I in care of, and where's my platform here? And so then the rest is kind of history, but that's a moment for me that I really, when I look back on that, I think that was where I really kind of was on the edge of the diving board and jumped in and saw that I go beyond my classroom. And so from then on, I kind of made interesting decisions in where I took my career. So that's where it all began.
I hope you enjoyed this peek into our brand new Women Who Lead program from Eduro Learning. My name is Kim Cofino, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Eduro Learning, as well as your host through the Women Who Lead program. Today, you heard from just one of our over 70 amazing women who lead. We'll be sharing more individual journey to leadership stories over the next few months. As a coach and a mentor to educators around the world, I've noticed a common theme. There are so many skilled, hardworking women in education who are curious about moving into leadership, but not quite ready to take that leap. A year ago, we started working on a special professional learning pathway to take that reluctance out of the equation. Our Women Who Lead program gives you access to the voices and experience of over 70 successful female leaders around the world. We have interviewed heads of school, curriculum directors, principals, and influential female leaders to provide a window into their personal leadership journeys so you can hear from them exactly what it's like to pursue this path. When have you had the opportunity to learn from over 70 amazing female leaders, including 20 female heads of school in one consolidated learning experience? From one response to another, you'll hear their insight into the unique challenges facing female leaders, their advice on how to be successful in a leadership interview, and their guidance on how to have difficult conversations. Those are just some of the key topics discussed by the amazing female leaders we interviewed. With Women Who Lead, you gain access to curated conversations with inspirational leaders who have shared their experience with you at all levels of leadership within education, including consultancy and entrepreneurship. If you're ready to take the next step on your leadership journey, find out more at edurolearning.com/women.